has a rap sheet so long that I can't begin to do it justice. I said, how would you like me to introduce you? And he started just listing things. The thing, I didn't get past him telling me he was from St. Louis because I have family there. I've lived there for 15 years and I just returned from there today. We all know that he is the Reverend of the Saint, or the founder of the St. John Will.I.Am Coltrane Church, of course, which is famous all over the nation, if not the world, I'm sure. He also is a pastor for the African Orthodox Church. He says he's been on the battlefield for, he'll tell you how many years. As young as he looks, I can't imagine it's been too many, but he's also served on the African American Police Board and the Black and Brown work, that activist social work that's been going on. I'm sure I didn't get any of the names exactly right, but you'll forgive me. I'm shooting from the hip a little bit. Just got off a plane not too long ago. But please give. I want to also say he's a heck of a saxophone man, a sax man. So if that says everything for me. Please give it up for Archbishop King.
Come on.
All praise be to God, to whom all praise is due. Yes, it is true. Seek and ye shall find. Only through him can we know the most wondrous bestowals. Those are the words of St. John Will.I.Am Coltrane. She told you quite a bit, but she told you everything except that I'm a child of God. All of those other things don't really matter that much, except that without his strength, I could be none of those. I'll even try to live down some of the rumors of who I am and who I ain't, because some of them are quite glorious. But I wanted to say that, first of all, it's such a privilege to be in the company of the revolutionary poets. I really believe that the Word is the beginning of creation. And not just the creation of the world, but the creation of the revolution, the movement. It's the words that inspire us to challenge ourselves and to give us the courage to look at our shortcomings and even quicken and awaken us who are resting so easily in this Babylon system. The struggle in Venezuela really excited me when Brother Hugo Chavez was president. He brought it to our attention that there's some demon things going on. And I'm going to speak like a priest now, okay? He made it very plain. You remember when he was here and he was in Washington and he says, Satan was standing right here. I can still smell the sulfur. And when I heard that, I said, I got to pay attention to this brother here. He's after my job. So, and I say that because I think it's important. Che Guevara revolution must be love-inspired, and for us, the love supreme is the name of God, the ruling principle of the universe. And so when I started trying to understand what Brother Chavez was saying, when he said racism is very characteristic of imperialism, I think sometimes we just get caught up thinking race is a color game. And I think we need to try to get past that. And I think the voice of Venezuela speaking through Brother Chavez helps us to do that. Imperialism, hate against me, speaking of himself, has a lot to do with racism. because of my big mouth and my curly hair. And I'm so proud to have this mouth and this hair because it's African. How about that? Black and brown. Unity. We are all brothers and sisters under the lash. Some of us think that because we have rendered what might appear to be a greater suffering than another people or another culture, but suffering is suffering.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Hello? It's what it is.
Yeah.
So, and another thing I just want to say that he said that, Hugo says, he said when we were children, we were told that the motherland was Spain. But we've learned that we have many more motherlands. One undoubtedly is
Africa.
Africa. Black and brown. See this, the oppressor, the colonists, and the racist dogs that have dominated the planet with their folly and their foolishness. If you look and you see who are the people that they are really messing with.
Right.
South America.
Come on.
Huh?
Yes, right.
Africa.
There.
Huh? Wherever you find people of color, and let me also say working class people.
Yes.
You have to do your homework and to see how they treated. Oh, hello. This is my revolutionary comrade calling me, probably to tell me he's running late. He is God. We all are gods, according to the scripture. So when you look and you see where the oppression is, it's going on for people of color. But you do your history and you look at this country and how it treated the poor Irish, the poor whites that came here to work the coal mines and to do what it needed to do to make this country a capitalist swine that it is. Huh?
Yeah.
It wasn't just cotton picking. I mean, they murdered poor working class folks in their sleep. We got unions now. It was working class people gathered together, brown, black, and white, that put the unions and things together that made it right for us. So somebody said, well, why are you so concerned about the brown community, Archbishop King, with your black self? And I said, well, I'm not really black. I'm brown on the quiet side. And some of us have bought that name that they put on us, like my sister saying, oh, we white, so-called white people, so-called black people. I did see some black people when I was in Africa. I mean, black people. When they start saying black power, I thought that black people were getting ready to take over the world, and I was going to be left out. But it's a certain consciousness that we're talking about. The black and brown communities have to put aside their capitalist authored thoughts about who we are and who we are to one another. My brothers in the black community are crying that the Mexicans are taking their jobs. Brother, when is the last time you had a job for anybody to take and pay you for less than what it's worth and march you down to the check cashing place and take half of your check and threaten to turn you into the authorities, so you have to go back to your country that's being dominated by some capitalistic pigs that have made it impossible for you to work in your own country. So you come here and then be persecuted. we've got to start having some empathy for one another. All right? Now, I don't think black people are going to be free until brown people are free. Brown people are not going to be free until red people are free. Red people are not going to be free till yellow people are free. And yellow people are not going to be free until white folks is free too. I just want one white man to say hello. See, it's, you know, I started off talking about Brother Chavez, and he was a spiritual man. He called it all for what it is. It's kind of like the scriptures that say, we fight not against flesh and blood. Huh? But principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. You don't get no higher than the White House. You don't get no higher in wickedness in the Senate, in the Congress, City Hall. Somebody know what I'm talking about. So I thought that was something, and my brother in his poem, he said that he was not a Christian. I think Hugo said that he was a Christian. He said, I'm a Christian and I believe in love. And that will be the way, that if there's need for a moral transition of the community. He said, Jesus is a revolutionary, one that I admire.
I honestly don't go back to read.
Now I like that because what we teach at the St. John Will.I.Am Coltrane Global Spiritual Community is that Jesus is an uncompromising revolutionary. He said more than turn the other cheek. It got to one point where the rabbis, the Sadducees, and the high priests were taxing the people to the extent that Jesus got angry about it. And he didn't go in begging for